I get a feeling that as if I'm listening for the first time. I never get a feeling that, oh, it has been, I have heard it and 15 times, 10 times, I never get that, I don't know. I don't know how you all feel. That is the beauty of Bhagavatam. This I discussed with one of the senior devotee of this temple once. Prabhuji, I get a feeling, yes, Prabhu, I also get the same feeling. I probably have heard some 30, 40 times, every time I also get the same feeling. That is because when you hear the past tense of Krishna, you never get fatigue, you never get how many times the word Krishna's past tense. Every time you feel the fresh water, there is beauty. So today we are going to share and talk the past tense of the Lord with the king of the elephants known as Gajendra. This is you can find this Gajendra, liberation of Gajendra in chapter 8 of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 2, chapter 3 and chapter 4 deal with Gajendra. Before directly going to the Gajendra, I have to give you a brief explanation about the background in which Gajendra was roaming around. Similarly, he tells Parishit Maharaj in chapter 2 of Canto 8, my dear Parishit, there is a great mountain called, anybody knows? What is the mountain called? Gajendra Moksha. The mountain in which Gajendra was roaming around. What is the name of the mountain? Trikuta. The mountain name is Trikuta mountain. There's a great mountain called Trikuta. The height of the Trikuta mountain is quite mind-boggling. 10,000, Bhagavatam says 10,000 yojanas height. 1 yojana you can take 8 miles or 12.8 kilometers. So you can imagine 10,000 yojana into 12.8 kilometers. 1,28,000 kilometers height. Mind-boggling. The highest peak today we call as Mount Everest in Himalayas, which is hardly some 31,000 feet, I believe, something around 1,28,000 kilometers height, 10,000 meters. Just for curiosity's sake, I was just seeing where this Tripura mountain appears. I went through the internet, just like browsing it. I was thinking probably it was somewhere in some other universe, not in this planet. But the Buddha mountain, I found a reference in the internet. I found it is situated somewhere in the Jammu Kashmir state. It is situated. It says it is situated. And then the width and the length of the mountain is also the same. 10,000 yojanas, equivalent to 1,28,000. Therefore, the height, width, length of this mountain is such 1,28,000 kilometers. So you can get an idea of the expanse of such a big mountain. This mountain had 3 peaks. What are the 3 peaks? One is made of iron, another is made of silver, and another peak is made of gold. So these are the 3 big peaks of different metals. Of course, there are so many small peaks are also there, which are all decorated with beautiful trees, shrubs, creepers, various minerals. In here means so many minerals also you can find. Like that it is there. The Trikuta mountain is surrounded by ocean of milk. Ocean of milk. Can it be? So Prabhupada in the purport says, to clear our doubts, we know there are several universes. Okay? There are universes in which there is ocean of milk, ocean of sugarcane juice, ocean of ghee, ocean of oil. But what we know? We know only ocean of salt. Salt ocean only we know. Whether it is Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, everything only salty in this material planet. But in the celestial planet, there are such oceans are also there. So it is surrounded by ocean of milk. This mountain, beneath the mountain, there are beautiful valleys. Valley, is in between two hills. Valley would be like that, in between two hills. You have visited some hills and mountains with valleys? Anybody? You have an idea? That would be a really lovely sight, absolutely lovely sight. Very well you can see, particularly if you visit places like Ooty or somebody has visited Kashmir. There will be two hills like that, and in between this valley, it is a really lovely sight to enjoy, to behold. Everywhere will be lush green. So, it will be lush green, beautiful trees, beautiful creepers, like that. The combination, the footing of the Trikuta mountain is washed by the ocean of milk. So the wave of milk, it washes the foothill of the Trikuta mountain, which produces emeralds, some chemical reactions. They produce emeralds all around. You can see variety of animals in the Trikuta mountain. Because Bhagavatam explains the Trikuta mountain in some 12 slokas. Many widely it describes, only telling only the glimpse of that and not explaining everything. Variety of animals, beautiful birds with the sweet voices always chirping. Just close your mind for a moment that you are in a Trikuta mountain surrounded by beautiful trees, variety of animals, beautiful flower-bearing trees, fruit-bearing trees. Throughout the season, all the seasons that fruit and flower-bearing trees are there. There are beautiful rivers and lakes are surrounded by these fruit-bearing and flower-bearing trees. What is scenario? They are all living in a concrete jungle. When you think of such a lush green place, Bhagavatam describes the water. The water will be crystal clear and so sweet to drink such water. There is a garden called Rudmat garden. The garden is maintained by Varuna, created and maintained by Varuna. In that garden, all the denizens of the celestial bodies, Apsaras, Kinnaras, Charnas, then Gandharvas, like all these they come, they play, they using the footing ground, they take bath in the rivers. So they use it, all the celestial people, they come to the garden. That is the background of the Trikuta mountain. In the thick forest of the Trikuta mountain, there lived a very powerful elephant, huge elephant, phenomenal strength. Therefore, he was the king in the forest. All the wild animals, just to be setting that elephant, they will run far away from them because to the sheer fear of the strength of the Gajendra, he is the king of the elephants. On the contrary, small animals like deer, rabbits, buffaloes, and these kind of things, which are absolutely harmless animals, soft animals, they always live close to this. You know why? Because so that they will not be hunted by the wild animals like the tiger, lion. They cannot hunt because they will be close to this animal, the elephant. Therefore, they prefer to be in close proximity to the Gajendra so that they are very safe. There is no question of fear of hunting. They happily they will be grazing, and wherever the elephant goes, they also go close to them so that they are living safe. Once upon a time, this elephant, it was grazing along with the herd of friends and ladies, wives and children. They all felt very thirsty. When all these elephants felt thirsty, by their capacity to smell where the water is, because there is a beautiful lake, I told you. The lake is full of shining golden lotus flowers. The elephants, or this king elephant, Gajendra, was able to scent that lotus, the dust of the lotus, and they all started, and it was leading all the other elephants towards that lake. Thus, they reached the banks of this beautiful lake. The lake is full of flowers. Normally, what we can see in a lake, lotus. Generally, for people, particularly people coming from village background, they will have seen all the ponds in villages will always be filled with lily and lotus. Some places will be lotus, some places will be lily flowers. In addition to that, there are so many flowers like Bhagavad explains in detail how many flowers are there in that. So they came there. The king elephant, Gajendra, it entered the waters. It bathed, thoroughly it bathed itself. Then it started drinking the crystal clear sweet water. It was drinking to its heart's content, so it was satisfied. Its thirst was satisfied. All of you, thanks. Were you able to hear? Thank you. And then, not only that, it started taking water using its trunk and pouring that water on its wives, children, playing, enjoying. It is something like Prabhupada says, the purport when telling about it. The same way a human being, like we labor hard to take care of our wives or to take care of our husband and children, the same way this elephant doesn't mind about the labor involved in taking water and going on other animals, other children. So with in the lake was agitated. It's noise. Because so many elephants are taking bath at the same time, taking water, playing, going to there. So the entire lake was agitated. There lived a crocodile. It is living there for a very, very long time, very powerful, equally enormous strength, the crocodile. It got angry because it was disturbed. It was so much disturbed. It got angry. Immediately, it started from its hideout and attacked the Gajendra. It attacked the Gajendra. It clutched the leg of the Gajendra. It was holding tightly. It was holding with its powerful jaws. Gajendra was extremely powerful. There is no doubt about that. Extremely powerful. But where is it standing? It is standing in the lake. It is in any territory. So everybody is very comfortable. Everybody can show their strength only in its own territory. But water is not the territory of animals. It is a territory of aquatics like a fish or crocodile. So in spite of such enormous strength at its disposal, it found very difficult to extricate himself from the clutches of the crocodile. When Gajendra was not able to extricate himself, free himself from the clutches of the crocodile, and while it was fighting there, all their war, his wives, their many wives, they are all crying. And the male elephants, who are his friends and relatives, they tried to drag him from the water. They dragged him from behind so that he could be relieved from the clutches of his animal, crocodile. Or even along with the crocodile, if it comes to the banks of the lake, then they can easily kill them. That's what they thought. So all the animals put together, they tried to drag Gajendra to the banks of the lake. But the crocodile was equally powerful. They could not do that. Bhagavatam says, the seas are tussling between this crocodile and Gajendra. Anybody? How many years? Anybody knows?
1,000 years. 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. 1,000 years. It is difficult for us to believe it. And animals fighting for 1,000 years without any food or anything. But amazing too. But anyhow, that is so because this happened is where the Krita Yuga, Satya Yuga. In Satya Yuga, as all of you know, we all live for 1 lakh years minimum. So there is no surprise that 1,000 years they fought. So human life at the time was 1 lakh years, which got reduced to 10,000 years. And God reduced further to 1,000 years in Dwapara Yuga. Now it is 100 years. So there is no wonder these two animals fought for 1,000 years. All the demigods and celestial bodies were astonished. These are fighting for 1,000 years. They were astonished. So the fight goes on like that for 1,000 years. Gajendra will pull the crocodile for some distance towards the shore. After some time, the crocodile will drag him inside the water. Like that the seesaw was going on for 1,000 years. But how seriously? How long we can fight like that? Without food, without any energy, these animals, the friends, relatives, they tried their best. How long they will also try. They also have to eat, they also have to drink water, they also have to take care of their family, all of them. The wives, they were crying for some time. That's happening. That's what we do. No? Suppose it will be our near and dear leaves their body. What will you do? Just leave in for a day or 2 or 3 years. Then life goes on. It has to go on. That is what the civilization do. So their wives also were crying for some time. They were standing here and there, they were looking whether they would be able to come out. They waited for some years. They also left. Imagine the pitiable condition of the elephant. Nobody, no friend, no relative, no wife, no child. Everybody is deserted this animal. No food. Think of the situation. No food, nobody around you, but you are under the clutches of the crocodile. The most dangerous situation that one can imagine. So physically you are emaciated. When physically you become weak, what will be your state of your mind? Mind also becomes weak, Unless you are physically strong, your mind will not be strong. There is a very close correlation between these two. So it is not only lost its physical strength. It also mentally it lost the vigor to fight. It became weak mentally also. It was becoming weak. Prabhupada, when narrating this, Prabhupada says in the purport, we should get a lesson from this. In our fight against Maya, Prabhupada says the purport, in our fight, we should never allow ourselves to be in a situation where our strength, enthusiasm becomes zero to fight with that external energy of Krishna. If the Maya is the external energy of Krishna, you have to fight with that. For that fight, you should have the vigor, you should have the enthusiasm, you should have the physical and the mental strength. If you lose all these things, you cannot fight Maya. You will always be under the control of the clutches of the Maya. Therefore, you can never leave this material world. You will check birth, you will die, check birth, die the same thing. Only when you are able to overcome the Maya, you can think of leaving this world to reach the abode of the Lord. Therefore, fortunately it happened. So, the elephant, Gajendra, he contemplated for a long time, what should I do now? My relatives, my friends have deserted me. What to speak of my wives? They are powerless. So what should I do now? When everything is gone, what will you do? Where will you go? We will go to Lord. Which one day do you go? You only go to temple. You only go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because in the 1,000 years you did not get that feeling. Had you taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, the problem would have been solved 1,000 years back. But we never think that. What we think, oh, I can do. We have the confidence that we can do. We never think of Krishna. Therefore, you think of Krishna only when you are in danger. There is normal human tendencies like that. No, devotees think differently. So, it is not. I cannot. It got frightened rather. So I am going to die. I don't have no energy. I mentally become weak. I have no energy in my body. This crocodile is becoming more and more enthusiastic, more and more powerful. Because it is the water. It doesn't feel that kind of the same feeling which Gajendra had. It didn't have. So if I am going to die, it contemplated and desired. So Prabhupada in the purport says, it's a beautiful purport. He says, this material world is described as padam padam yat vipadam. What does it mean? Padam padam yat vipadam. That's what the material world is described as. Meaning, there is danger in every step. That's what the meaning of that. But what a normal living entity thinks, a normal living entity thinks that he is very happy. This place is very happy. The material world is very happy. Many people think like that. Prabhupada chastises such people. Is the material world really a place of happiness? What Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita about this material world? Dukkhalaya, is it not? Asasatam. This is not it. This place is asasatam and dukkhalaya, place of misery. Where is the happiness in the material world? People think, if I am having a beautiful house, if I am having a beautiful, nice car, everything is perfect. Everything is nice. We are very happy. Really? People having cars here know how difficult it is driving Bangalore. You may have a slightly car. You might expect 15-20 lakhs to buy a car. Where is the road here? The moment you leave the house to reach 8:30 a.m., there is no certainty at what time you reach the house. At what time you reach back. Then where is the happiness? You may have a beautiful car, 15-20 lakhs worth SUV, they are having. But is it really happiness in driving the Bangalore traffic? That's no happiness. So happiness is not in our material possessions. These are not short-lived. Or rather, it brings only misery. The moment you take the car to the Bangalore road, I am afraid whether who will come and hit and cause a dent in my car before I reach home. My car, I have got 4 dents so far, brand new car. He feels happy. It's a real misery. Oh God, I purchased 10 lakhs, I invested, purchased the car, so much dent in the car. So material possessions do not give happiness. In such a dangerous condition, takes a decision that I will take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead because He is the shelter. He is the only shelter to all of us. And great personalities like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and great sages also take shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. Therefore, in that lotus feet of the Lord, I will take it. Again, in this case, Prabhupada says in his purport, he quotes Sloka 16 in chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita. Chadvidha bhajante ma. 4 types of people approach me. Who are the 4 types of people? Anybody knows? People are Jigyashu, Astati, and Jnanicha Bharatarshaya. Bhagavan says in Sloka 16 of chapter 7, 4 types of people. Artho, Jigyashu, Astati, Jnanicha Bharatarshaya. These 4 types of people approach me. Artho means the person in distress. He's Artho. Jigyashu means the person who is inquisitive to know who is God, who am I, what's my relationship. He is very inquisitive. Jigna. Arthati, who is in need of material gains, money, all these things. Arthati, Jnani, one who can So the person in distress, see, the elephant Gajendra has taken the very right decision. Though it is an elephant, it is an animal. It took the right decision to approach, to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. It took the right decision. But in that sloka, there is the catch-all is that Bhagavan says, even at the time of distress, when you are in great danger, when you are in great difficulty, who can think, who can take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord? Bhagavan intelligently uses the word Jana Sukritino Arjuna. Who can approach? Sukriti, who are blessed, who are pious, such people only can. Even in times of danger, only such people can approach the lotus feet of the Lord. Not all. That means what? If not pious, he will continue to suffer only. He will never think of taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord because he is very confident. I can manage. I can, without even taking Krishna consciousness, I can do. So in Sloka 15, Bhagavan calls such people as Naradama, Muda, such foolish people. Only think that I can do, I can manage. Naradama, who is Naradama? The lowest of mankind. The people, such a person only will think, even without becoming my devotee, without being pious, I can manage, I will do. Such people only will think. In this case, even though it is an animal, Gajendra took the decision, rather right decision, that I will take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord so that He will protect me. But when you ask the question, how come? Take a decision that I will take the lotus feet of the Lord. I will explain in detail later, but give you only the reason for that. Because in its brilliant birth, it was, who was he? Anybody knows?
King. He was a king.
Yes, King Indradyumna. He was actually King Indradyumna. And by sheer mercy of the Lord, nothing else. He was able to remember his past janma. How many of us can remember? Nobody. But because he was such a great devotee, Vaishnava devotee, Lord gives him the memory to remember who he was. He was King Indradyumna. I will tell you about it later. Therefore he was able to remember. Therefore he was able to decide that I will take shelter in the lotus feet of the Lord. So having decided, this is so far we have completed chapter 2 of Canto 8. Next, I am going to the prayers of Gajendra, so dealt with elaborately in chapter 3 of Canto 8. Gajendra, having decided that I will take shelter in the lotus feet of the Lord, he offered wonderful prayers. Really wonderful prayers. Whenever your time permits, I suggest go to Bhagavatam, Canto 8, chapter 3. Just beautiful prayers. Just a few prayers I want to explain to you. Because of the mercy Bhagavan has given to that elephant, I said it was able to take the decision, right decision, to take shelter in the lotus feet of the Lord. And Gajendra was able to remember the mantra which he had learned when he was King Indradyumna. So Gajendra, he started chanting that mantra. What is the mantra? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Gajendra said, my love, you are the most worshipable, even by the great demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. He also said, I also worship your lotus feet. He said, my love, you are the platform, supreme platform, on which everything rests. You are the ingredient with which everything is produced. And you are only, one and only cause for the entire cosmos. Please protect me. I take shelter at your lotus feet. Please protect me. My Lord, you are the cause of all causes, but you yourself has no cause. Therefore, you are the wonderful cause of everything. I take shelter of your lotus feet. It's beautiful. Sloka. Bhagavan is the cause of all causes, but He Himself is not the cause. Therefore, you are the wonderful cause of everything. I take shelter at your lotus feet. My Lord, you are the supreme controller, supreme Lord, and you, in your self-effulgent form, as super soul, resides in the heart of all the living entities and enlightened soul. I pay my obeisance unto you. Then, my Lord, you can be realized only by your pure devotees, my Lord, not by others. Only pure devotees can realize you. You are the bestower of uncontaminated happiness to all of us. I pay my obeisances unto you. My Lord, I pay my obeisances to Vasudeva. I pay my obeisances to the fiery form of the Lord, Narasimha. I pay my obeisances to Lord Varaha. I pay my obeisances to Lord Buddha. I pay my obeisances to all the other incarnations of your form. Please protect me. My Lord, the great sages, they always meditate upon your lotus feet. They are friendly to everyone and equally all are friendly to the great sages. They treat everything, everyone as same. For a great sage, there is no difference between a man, woman, bird, aquatics. Because a sage is only Chaitanya, only the Paramatma inside and not to the external form. They always therefore by meditate upon your lotus feet. I pay my obeisances to such a lotus feet. My Lord, your unalloyed devotees always think of your lotus feet to me. They don't have any expectation. They don't have any desire. They only are interested in rendering devotional service to you. They are only interested in hearing your glories. They are only interested in chanting your glories and doing some devotional service always. I am not an unalloyed devotee like them, my love. I am after all an animal. I have surrendered it to you. Because I have surrendered it to you, because I know you will definitely save me. You will deliver me. Because you are so merciful. I know you will save us. You save me. Therefore, even though I am not an unalloyed devotee of yours, I take shelter at your lotus feet. Please protect me. Like that, it offered 29 beautiful slokas with which he prayed to Lord to protect himself. Lord Hari, so merciful, the mercy and compassion of Lord Hari. One last experience I would like to link out my personal experience. By Shri Krishna's mercy, me and my wife. You know, I can't call myself a devotee, but somehow we always Shri Krishna devotees, very fond memories of Krishna. Lord Krishna, the Guru, is our favorite devotee for us, who we visit every year, those who are. In the year 1998, September, when my son, Elison, was just 13 years old, he developed some complications of the body. He took all the experts. All the experts, doctors misguided us. And ultimately, one senior physician, aged 80 years, Dr. Tirekla, he said, my God, how much time you are wasting by taking to people who did analyze diamonds. He is having blood cancer. Take him immediately to Dr. Sarala Rajaji, is a famous oncologist in India. When we went to Dr. Sarala Rajaji, she gave us 48 hours time. You can imagine how our mind, me and my wife, went to the local royal temple Krishna. We prostrated before him and told Krishna, it is because of your mercy we got him as my son and named only after your name, Madhusudana. His name is. If you think we deserve to have him as our son, if you think we should not feel his leaving his body in before our eyes, please give him to us. We pray to him. The rest of the Lord, I want by the extraordinary mercy of Krishna, he recovered. Then he finished his beating. He loved a girl named Annapurna, classmate. He married her. Though she doesn't belong to my caste, I consider only his happiness is my happiness. To have married him. Today he is in the United States. He is now 40 years old. Purely because of Bhagavan's mercy. When doctors gave 48 hours time, no doctor knew how the mercy of Krishna will do miracles. They don't know that. But only a devotee can realize. Today he is survived and he is the age of 40. Happy, leading a happy family with two daughters. while narrating, the mercy of Krishna has to be experienced by us. I cannot, by words, if I tell you, you may not be able to realize. One has to experience Krishna's mercy. There are so many incidents like that. In everyone I know, probably, as a devotee, you might have come across so many some incidents. Everywhere. Nothing, not a blade of grass can move without the consent mercy of the Lord. Such is the mercy. So, that merciful Lord, He decided to protect the Gajendra. Immediately he mounted on the back of his carrier, Garuda, and rushed to the place where Gajendra was fighting for his survival. On seeing the Lord, the Garuda approaching towards him, Gajendra was very, very happy. Bhagavan has listened to my prayers and for my sake, he has come. In its happiness, it to pull a golden lotus flower and offer to Krishna by throwing it at his lotus feet, which Bhagavan holds. Even today, if you go to Krishna temple at Guruvayur, Bhagavan will be holding a lotus flower in his hand. This lotus flower was offered by Gajendra, which Bhagavan is holding in his lotus hand. That is the mercy, that is the affection, that is the love Krishna shows to all of us as devotees. Bhagavan, as soon as he gets down from his Garuda carrier, he gets down, he pulls Gajendra from the water. Not only Gajendra, but also crocodile also came. What hundreds of elephants could not do. Bhagavan with a single hand he did it. He dragged along the crocodile. The moment both of them reach the banks of the lake, Bhagavan releases his Sudarshan Chakra and severs the mouth of the elephant from the body. And thus, Gajendra was able to get it up from the clutches of the crocodile. Immediately, it died. With this, chapter 3 of Canto ends. Then, Bhagavan walking just to Gajendra is the next chapter, chapter 4. Sorry, just 10 minutes and complete. 10 minutes and complete. So, the once the crocodile was severed, the mouth was severed from the body, a beautiful Gandharva arose from the crocodile. The Gandharva's name is King H-U-H-U. That was his name, was a Gandharva. And he was cursed by Devana Rishi, cursed him to become a crocodile. And he lived there and he became a Gandharva. Immediately, realizing that it is the Supreme Personality of Godhead who has saved, because he is also saved, because he is also relieved. The moment that you get killed by Krishna, Vishnu, you become liberated. Anybody who gets killed by Krishna, he gets liberated. Because Bhagavan hands you get killed. You will not go to any Naraka, you will go to only Sarga, you will go to only Vaikuntha. He is also liberated. So he paid his obeisances, he prostrated before the Lord, he circumambulated the Lord, and he took permission from the Lord, and he left for his Gandharva in the presence of all the celestial bodies, including Brahma, Shiva, Devendra, Indra, sages, everybody was present, appreciating the activities of the Lord. In their presence, he left. Now, Gajendra, because he was touched by the lotus hands of Krishna, his body became spiritual body. The gross body became, once it is touched with Krishna, it became a spiritual body. Gajendra also was liberated. He was we should also know little background of Gajendra. Gajendra, actually, he was King Indrajumna. He was the king of Pandya kingdom in South India. After ruling the country for several years, he thought it is enough. We have spent enough years in ruling the nation, in family life. Now let us retire from that life, focus our mind only on the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, Narayana, and then we will go to his planet. With that intention, he left his kingdom, he took permission from his family, he went to one hill, he took an ashram, he stayed there, always meditating upon the lotus feet of the Lord. He was observing very severe ascetics. Once, when he took a vow of silence, at the time, he took a vow of silence, fixed his mind on Lord, and was meditating. He was observing the trance, observing the bliss. What's happening he didn't know. At that time, Agastya Rishi, along with his disciples, was going in that side. He came to know that the king is doing some penance there, meditating. Okay, let us also go and see, because let us see how he is. Let us see. He decided Agastya. So he came to his ashram. But king was in trance. He was in absolute bliss, knowing what is there, who is coming, who is going. So he didn't pay any obeisance. He didn't receive. Normally, what is the dharma? On seeing a rishi, we should get up. We should warmly invite, make the rishi to sit in a asana. We should offer him asana. We should wash his feet, sprinkle the water in our head, in the family, our family members say. That is a normal dharma. On seeing a rishi, he did nothing. So Agastya Rishi got angry. You didn't receive me. You are a low, uneducated person. You are so dumb, dull-headed. You have insulted a rishi Brahma. So you become a dull-headed, dumb elf. That was cursed. What? He has done. The king Indrajumna has done what? No fault of him. But still, he was cursed. Even though he was cursed by the rishi, then cursed and he left. What was the mood of the king Indrajumna at that time? He's a pure Vaishnava devotee. He thought, oh, the rishi has cursed me. He did a wrong. How can he curse me? How do I know that the rishi has come when I was doing meditation, penance, when I was in trance? How do I know? So he has done a wrong thing to me. Did he think like that? No. A devotee will never think like that. He thought, oh, it is my past misdeeds. Because of the past misdeeds, I am suffering. It is no fault of Agastya. What he did is right. I am only a fault. It's a Prabhupada gives a beautiful purport for the sloka. He says, it is that a true devotee's mood will always be like that. They will never find fault with anybody. Even if something happens, some irreversibles happen, they accept it is because of my past misdeeds, nothing else. They will continue to do their devotional service irrespective of any kind of reverses they meet, any kind of difficulties they face, any kind of issues, problems they confront. they will continue to do their devotional service. So that they have a very strong belief, Lord Krishna will protect me. Lord Krishna will take care of me. Yes, the Lord does take care of us. Therefore, as devotees, we should also have the same. We should never find fault with anybody for what happened. It is all our karma, our mistakes. But if that mood we have, Krishna will ensure that you undergo, you face only a token of reaction. For all the mistakes, your reaction should be much more severe, but Lord will arrange it in such a way, because you are a devotee, feeling that it is because of your mistakes, only a token of reactions only you will face. That is the mood of the devotee. That is how the mood of the devotee should be. Because that belief that Lord will take care of me under any circumstance, we should have. If we have, Lord will definitely take care of me. That's what Prabhupada writes. Any curse by the rishis, you should not think that they have done bad things to a person who is cursed. It is always a benediction, it is always a boon. Because the rishis are so merciful. When they curse, by their sheer mercy, they ensure that it ultimately results in good only to you. To take any case, you see, in my last lecture, Damodara, Leela, we saw, Narayana cursed the sons of Veda, but what happened to them? They got darshan of Krishna. Thousands and thousands of years, sages of being Krishna to see his grace, they could not. But sons of the Kubera, just with the curse of Narayana, they have the fortune of seeing the Supreme Lord, which nobody can see. So similarly here, Gajendra was cursed by Agastya Muni. So what? Bhagavan darshan he got. Vishnu darshan, Lord Narayana, presenting himself directly for you. You can think of that. Even if you do penance for thousands and thousands of years, can you see Lord Narayana? Because you are a devotee, such devotee, faith in Krishna, faith in Lord Narayana that He will protect me. Bhagavan presents himself. Therefore, rishis, curses always end in benediction or boon. Therefore, he accepted that. There is the background story of King Elephant, Gajendra. Therefore, Gajendra, Bhagavan was immensely pleased. He awarded him Sarupya Mukti. You know what is Sarupya Mukti? Sarupya Mukti means becoming like Lord Narayana himself. Wearing a golden colored pitamba, having 4 hands, and you look like all the features of Lord Narayana, you get. That is called Sarupya Mukti. I hope you know the muktis, there are 4 types of muktis are there. Salokya Mukti, then Sayupya Mukti, Sayuchi Mukti, and then Salokya Mukti. Salokya means living in the same planet in which the Lord resides. Sayuchi means getting entangled or getting immersed. You met merged with the Lord. Salokya the same features of the Lord. So, 4 types of muktis. But will a devotee ask for mukti? Will you ask mukti? If you see Krishna, will you ask? Who will ask mukti? So, a devotee will never ask for mukti. Bhagavan says in Canto 9 of Bhagavatam, you have seen it in Ambarish Maharaj. Bhagavan says to Durvasa Rishi, my dear Durvasa, my devotee will never ask for mukti at all. What to speak of the material gains? Even when mukti will not ask for. There is no need for a devotee to ask for mukti. Bilumukla Thakura says, if you are a true devotee doing devotional service to Krishna, mukti is standing at your doorsteps with the folded hands. That's what the hallmark of a devotee. Bilumukla Thakura says. So you can give up. Bhagavan knows, he will give, definitely he will give. Why should you ask him? What you need, he will give. If you are a devotee, he will give. That's faith you should have. So, Bhagavan give awarded solitude to Sukadeva Goswami's gentle spirited, my dear king. I have explained to you the wonderful pastimes of the Lord, how he saved Gajendra. Bhagavan, he says, there are people who hear this narration of Gajendra, they are fit to be promoted the higher planetary systems. They will never see any mad dream. The contamination of the Kali Yuga will never touch them, and they gain the status of devotee. Four things he's telling. Those hearing this narration of Gajendra, four things he'll get. They are fit to be promoted. Vaikuntha, no bad dreams are here. They will always not be touched by the contamination of Kali Yuga, and they all can be considered as devotees who hear. Today you are all hearing. Having heard that, you are fit to be promoted. The higher planetary system by the best of Krishna. Not only that, Bhagavan gives himself, he gives assurance. He gives assurance extensively, elaborately. I don't know the time. From sloka number 17 to sloka number 24 of chapter 4 of Canto 8, Bhagavan says, people who think of all these things, you know what? Just read what it is. The Supreme Person of God said, freed from all sinful reactions are those who rise from bed at the end of the night, early in the morning, and fully concentrate their minds with a great attention upon my form, upon your form, Gajendra's form. This mountain, Trikuta mountain, the caves, the garden, the cane plants, the selected trees, the residential quarters of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, my own abode, Vaikuntha Loka. I'm very pleasing of it. Then the white island, my Srivatsa, Kaustuva, Jam, my Vajayanti garment, my club Kaumataki, my Sudarshan Chakra, Panchalanya Panchishar, my barrel Garuda, my bed Sitna, my expansion of energy, Goddess Vachun, Lord Brahma, Nardamuni, Shiva, Vaka, incarnation like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. Anyone who gets up in the morning, early in the morning, thinks all these things, they all be promoted to Vaikuntha Loka. The assurance of Bhagavan gives. Not only that, it tells, my dear Gajendra, anyone who listens to the narration attentively, with devotion, without any deviation, I assure those people at the end of their lives will become permanent resident of my Loka. That is assurance he gives. Bhagavan gives to the elephant Gajendra he gives. Thus, Gajendra was liberated, was awarded solitary mukti, and became an eternal associate of the Lord, and along with the Lord, he also goes to his abode, Vaikuntha Loka of Lord Narayana. That is the beautiful pastings of the Gajendra, which is called Gajendra Vanshi. I am extremely happy to narrate the story to you, and Gidari, your National Day, we bless you all and award you the liberation which he has achieved because all of you have attentively, without any deviation, with the devotion, you have all heard the of this hostings of the Lord with the people. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for a wonderful narration of Gajendra Moksha Prabhu. It's been very soothing and most of our devotees have been encouraged to them. So, Hare Krishna devotees, hope you enjoyed the Gajendra Moksha. So, the narration always Prabhu, goes to your hearts actually, and every theme of you can understand, you can enjoy. So, any doubts on this? Kindly ask Prabhu. Prabhu can
Any
answer.
realization or any doubt?
Any thoughts, any realization?
If I know, I definitely share it.
You want to add something to what Prabhu has been saying? Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Gajendra Pranam. First of all, thank you so much for explaining so beautifully on the explanation of the feet getting washed away every day by the ocean that you were talking, right? That was very beautifully explained, and it was kind of a visual in front of my eyes, Prabhu. And one more thing, Prabhu, I will not take much time. So as you were also saying, when Gajendra was stuck there, right, and his family member tried so much, but they left him because they were helpless at the time, right? But Gajendra did not even think bad that, oh, see how they left me and went. But we as a human, when somebody is trying to help us, especially I take the example of COVID when we all were suffering. Our relatives are not coming, but we were thinking, see, they are not coming to help me. But in that situation, Gajendra still, he did not even think negative about the people. He was still thankful for the people who tried helping him, but somehow they left him and went, Prabhu. That was very beautiful. And Prabhu, this one, in one of the class about the Gajendra, when he stuck, it was compared with our life as a human in this Kali Yuga. The problems is the crocodile, and we are, the body is Gajendra, and that is the Kali Yuga. So as you were saying, Gajendra is powerful on the land, crocodile in the water. Similarly, we do not belong to this planet basically. So we are still struggling over here. So for this, we have to definitely remember the Lord every moment that we feel, Prabhu. Because see, as of now we all are working. Still we have to take out the time and try to remember Him by keeping Krishna as the center. That was very nicely explained, Prabhu. And
This material world, Prabhupada very clearly says that in the purport in Bhajan Sloka, this material world, the material existence also resembles crocodile. Therefore, Bhagavan not only relieved Gajendra from the clutches of the crocodile, but also from the material existence which resembles a crocodile. Is it not? The material existence itself, you are right, it is a crocodile only. And there is a danger in every step also. Therefore, who can be happy in this material world? Bhagavan says it is Dukkalaya, but also Bhagavan says, if you take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, you will always be happy. Because Bhagavan protects such people, they will always be happy only.
Yeah, and Prabhu, one more thing you were telling, crocodile also got, he was the Gandharva tree, right, Prabhu? Before you telling that, when you said Vishnu, the Lord Narayana is pulling Gajendra, same time you crocodile, that time I was remembering one more point where Krishna, he will not only purify the devotees, but he will purify the demons also, like Bhutana. Similarly, he did the same to crocodile also. Very beautifully explained. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Prabhu. It was actually very much in sync with the Gajendra Moksha I was able to match it, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other questions and realizations? So, kindly tell what are understanding, maybe one or few points by any other devotees. That will be good. So, it will be more understanding to other devotees also.
Prabhu, one last line, Prabhu, actually. The crocodile, right, it is connected to Gajendra.
right? And Gajendra is the devotee, and so it is like, we should be associated with the devotees always, so that whenever we get blessings of Krishna, because we are trying to get connected, we will also get it. So it is like we always, so that point I was able to.
Sure. Anybody wants to share some points? Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for that nice Gajendra. We don't know the story, but really it was very nice. Though we are a devotee, we go through a lot of problems and sickness, so many negative stuff in life. We should not give up. That's what I understood.
Yes.
The essence of the story is, it's very hardships. Human life, I think every day, that's what Dukha prediction. But we should not give up. But hardship, without hardship, we should not be scared. But always remember the lotus feet of God. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice.
How to know that we are how to take the shelter of? How many ways we can take shelter? I don't hear you.
So how do you take shelter of a Supreme Lord? Maybe. Okay. How do you take the shelter of the Supreme Lord? Taking the shelter of the Supreme Lord.
How? Guruji, our Guru sir, our made it very simple for us. It's not very complicated. They are not complicated. They have made it very simple. Prabhupada, in all your purports you can read. You get up early in the morning. You attend Mangalasthi. You attend Bhagavad class. You take the prasadam of which is offered to Krishna. So, when you are engaging yourself in devotional service, including hearing, chanting the glories of Krishna, constants of the Krishna, in addition to your official duty, your mind will be at peace. You will be always happy. The kind of faith, the kind of devotional service you are rendering, it will definitely enable you to take the shelter. You have taken already the shelter of the Lord, only through this process. Devotional service, continuously. Devotional service, for example, of course, all of you are having official responsibilities of that. But in addition to your official responsibilities, you should also spend time by engaging in the devotional service also, like hearing, chanting the glories, attending Mangala, whenever possible, reading the Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavad Gita, all these things. These are the steps to take shelter in the lotus feet of the Lord. And above all, whatever you do, you should do as an offering to Krishna, only for the pleasure of Krishna. In that mood, you do all your activities as an offering to Krishna. You are ready to take the lotus feet of the Lord. But of course, having said that, it is not, I don't think it is that easy. It is only by constant practices we get that mood. It takes some time, but definitely you will get that mood, no doubt about it. And that time, you have already taken the shelter of the Lord.
Hare Krishna. Is there any other points? So most of the devotees have shared very nice points. So basically Prabhu has touched everything. So the Maya, that is very, very important. How to, the Maya is in the form of a crocodile. How, as Vasudha Mataji has a good analogy actually. So how the Maya has, so in the same way like even devotees, we can learn that Maya has to be, we should beware of the Maya. So only way is surrendering to the Lord or to the devotees. So that is the way. So as Prabhu has nicely explained how to come to the surrender process a little bit a process. So starts with the chanting, starts with the Mangala, Prabhu has got process associates with like this, and also following the Guru's instructions and doing the devotional seva all the time. So that will make you out of Maya. So That is the only way we can get out of the Maya and surrender to the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. So anyway, other devotees wants to share anything, otherwise we can close the session. Mancha Sakavasanjubevaja, Patana Bhavinebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Anantapati Vaishnava Vranda ki jai, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for a wonderful nice session. Hare Krishna devotees can go to the prasadam or church of the prasadam. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. If any devotee has taken a beads, kindly return the beads. And devotees kindly help us to hold the mats. Hare Krishna.